So Leny Yoro has just joined Manchester United on a 5-year contract, with an option of a further year in a deal costing around 60 million euros. With Raphael Varane departing this summer, there is no doubt Manchester United need centre-backs in this window. And despite interest amongst a few top European clubs, including Real Madrid, the player is Old Trafford bound and United have secured the deal. Question is, what can this young French defender provide United in the new season and beyond? Now, despite only being 18, the young defender is imposing. He's 6'3" and is a great reader of the game. Additionally, he's very confident in his ball playing abilities, bringing the ball out from the back, dribbling forward. This guy can do it, man. Which is a major plus point for this United side, who have wanted to play that way with the likes of Martinez in the back and Andrew Onana in goal, but haven't been able to do so due to the defensive personnel available to Ten Hag last season. Yoro joins United after a successful season in the French top flight for Lille. He made 41 appearances and scored 3 goals for the club. And in doing this, helped Lille secure a Champions League qualifying spot for next season. He is a rapidly developing player, and last season he established himself as one of the best young defensive talents in Europe. Now let's talk stats, boys. 5th last season for aerial duels, 67% success rate with aerial duels. As I say, he might be a little bit still lean of frame and has got to develop physically, which will come, as he gets older. But that's 6'3", proving a massive advantage to him in aerial situations. As previously mentioned, he's very, very calm and composed on the ball. He's very, very good technically, boasting a 92% passing accuracy in the French league last season. And backing that up with an 80% dribble success rate, showing that he's confident in bringing the ball out from the back, and 4 out of 5 times he's successful with it. In terms of ground duels then, boys, and tackles, he's averaging 1.3 tackles per game and 61% success rate with ground duels. Many people likening him to a young Varane. This young Frenchman definitely seems to have a whole host of attributes that are going to help him flourish in this United side in the Premier League next season. As a United fan, I'm already looking forward, boys, to seeing that partnership, man. Martinez and Yoro. Yoro obviously being right-footed as well, which means we'll continue to have that balance. Leach on the left with the left-footed and Yoro on the right, so it has that balance as well. Obviously, we look at the height difference as well. The fact that Yoro is 6'3", boys. Premier League's a physical league, man. Crossing can be a big part of certain teams' game plan. You do not want to get bullied, and Yoro having that 6'3" frame kind of counteracts obviously Martinez being that little bit smaller, and yet again provides another balance point. And another one of the many reasons to why Yoro could prove such an important partner in United's defence next season for Martinez. The Martinez-Yoro partnership, boys, could really prove pivotal in next season's hunt for Champions League football and help us secure that top 4 spot. We've got the balance on height, we've got the balance of a left footer and a right footer on either side of our defence. And not only are Martinez and Yoro both quick of foot, but they also have excellent reading of the game. They're quick up here as well, boys, which is just equally as important, man. If you can read the game well in advance, especially in a league like the Premier League where it's a million miles an hour most of the time, it really does put you a step ahead of the attackers. Leny Yoro has proven to be a great reader of the game. He reads the danger and he reacts to it, man. Hopefully means next season we can continue to push our defensive line a wee bit further forward, be a little bit braver, and hopefully with the fact that Yoro provides a little bit of pace alongside Martinez, boys, hopefully that means next season that we're able to push our defensive line a little bit further forward, take a little bit more risks, and obviously that'll lead to pushing our midfield a bit further forward as well, hopefully creating more chances and overloads and spaces for our attacking players to flourish. Now, there's no doubt we're dealing with a young player here, boys, so he will have weaknesses. He is not the complete player, and I think it's so important for us as fans to obviously realise that, acknowledge that, and keep our expectations grounded as Yoro settles into England and life at Manchester United. Despite him being 6'3", as I mentioned earlier, he's still a teenager. He's still 18 years old, and when you look at him, he is a little bit slight of frame, and when you look at him, he does seem like he's quite a lean frame, so obviously a wee bit of bulking up probably needed for him as well, especially when he faces up, the top number 9s in the league who are really gonna try and assert their authority on him. But that's gonna be a learning curve for him. It's learning and adaptation is gonna be Yoro's first season at United, and that's why our expectations for this player, who no doubt has a load of qualities that's gonna allow him to flourish in this league and flourish in this team, we need to keep our expectations grounded and let him truly settle in and get comfortable in his new surroundings and in this new team. Now, regarding any other further weaknesses that us fans need to be aware of, that maybe Leny Yoro still needs to, develop in his game and get that better level, concentration was one thing that a former coach, Jocelyn Gervenek, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, did mention in this tweet, where in his words, he says sometimes he can make a bad foul or penalty, or he can lose control of the ball, and the striker can take the ball in on goal. The most important thing for him now is concentration. A lot of young players, though, that is very, very common, man. It's consistency and concentration, the 2 C's. And obviously, as I say, with Yoro, he's developed himself and established himself last season in the French league as one of the best defensive talents in Europe. Coming to the Premier League, it's going to be a completely different ball game for him, but as long as he's learning and adapting, and the fact that I still think, boys, sitting here right now, now that we're going to bring another deal in terms of a centre-back deal. Hopefully it'll be De Ligt. It means that we've got, 3 centre-backs. I think Lindelof and Maguire will have to be sold first before they do another deal for a centre-back, but hopefully that'll happen sooner rather than later. That's the important thing as well, because we don't want to have to put the pressure on Yoro that he has to start every single game, and, obviously we know Martinez had his injuries last season as well, so I think the important thing is that we get a third, starting quality centre-back in, that we've got 3 then, so if Martinez gets an injury during the season, we can have Yoro on the other centre-back, say De Ligt, for example, or if Yoro has a wee bit of time where he needs to settle in, because obviously, the Premier League's ruthless, right? We don't have time to always bed in players if they're struggling, but if he struggles for a bit, bring him out, take him out of the side, he's a young player, you expect these things to happen and mistakes to happen, it's how he learns and adapts to that, and if that happens for Yoro, you bring him out, and then say you start to and Martinez, then if that's the case, right? But I am super excited for this deal. This guy has so many, he's such a young player, it's brilliant that we've got him at this age as well. Madrid, we're looking at him. Madrid have such a high success rate with young players that they bring in, and they turn them into amazing players, man. So the fact that they were looking at him, obviously they didn't get him, but the fact they were looking at him, it's a big positive, because it displays that, there's worldwide interest in this player, and that the fact that we've got the deal done shows that, this guy's got something to offer us, man, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does in this team. I think it's, not only, as I say, we've discussed all his talents and the way, his stats from last season, but it's just the way he plays the game. I think it's exactly a player that we need. Not the only player we need in terms of a centre-back. I think we need another one, just as I said, to take the pressure off him and mean that we've got 3 starting quality centre-backs. But for me, this guy has a lot of attributes, man, and for a young player, he's not the complete defender, as mentioned. There's a few things in there that, that he has to iron out of his game, but he's looking very good, man. Only 18 years old. Got a 5-year contract. It could go on longer and longer than that, depending on how his time at United goes. To have him at this age in his career, and to have the development and the potential for further development to be sky high, I'm looking forward to seeing this guy flourish, man. Leny Yoro to Manchester United. It's done. Drop it in the comments, boys, everything you know about this player. Let me know where you see him next season in terms of, his role in the team. Do you reckon he'll be a starter from the start? He will be right now, but if we bring in, say, a De Ligt later in the window, or another centre-back of equal quality, what do you boys think, man? Do you think he'll start in the bench? Do you think he'd start in the first game of the season for us? Let me know. But I am looking forward to this player developing in this team, man, and seeing him develop as a young Manchester United player in the Premier League. Leny Yoro, I'm very excited about it. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button for us, subscribe, loads more football videos like this, and if you want to see more of these kind of tactical, more in-depth kind of player profile kind of reviews, whatever way you want to describe it, drop it in the comments, man, or drop a like on the video. Let me know you boys are enjoying this type of content, and I'll definitely do more, man. I'm a United fan, but I'm and this is obviously a United signing, but I can do other players, so, yeah, if you like this type of structure of video, let me know by a comment or a like on the video, and I'll definitely get more out for you boys, and we can do different teams as well, say City sign someone, or Chelsea sign someone, or, Real Madrid sign someone. We can do that, man, player profile. But yeah, drop it in the comments if you enjoy this type of content. We'll definitely get more of them out for you boys, and yeah, subscribe if you're new, get involved, and I'll see all you boys in the next video, man. Peace out.